Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about something that in many ways defines the course of our lives. The battle that takes place not on the outside, but within our own minds. The war in our mind is the most significant battle we will ever face. And if we win this, we win in life. Our minds can either be our greatest ally or our worst enemy. The thoughts we allow to take root in our minds shape our reality. If you want to succeed, you must first conquer the battlefield inside your head. Now, this is no small task. The mind can be filled with doubts, fears, and negative thoughts. But remember, you are not your thoughts. You have the power to decide which thoughts to nurture and which to discard. It all begins with awareness. Winning the war in your mind starts with taking control of your thoughts, choosing to focus on what serves you, and building a mindset of success. Your thoughts shape your actions shape your habits, and your habits shape your destiny. You must guard your mind with the same intensity you would guard your home. Your mind is the gateway to your future, and what you allow in will determine what you get out. It is up to you to train your mind to think positively, stay focused, and remain resilient in the face of challenges. So, let's talk about the key principles that will help you win this internal war. The greatest battles are fought not on the outside, but within yourself. The fight begins with your thoughts. If you control your thoughts, you control your future. Protect your mind like you would a treasure. Life throws a lot at us, but the one thing you can always control is how you respond. You can't always control circumstances, but you can control your mindset. Make it a habit to focus on what's in your power to change. What you say to yourself determines your reality. If you speak defeat to yourself, you will experience defeat. If you speak success, you invite it. Speak words of affirmation and positivity to reshape your mindset. Your mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant, it will grow. If you plant positive thoughts, you'll see positive results. Feed your mind with books, people, and environments that uplift you. You are the sum of the people you spend the most time with. Surround yourself with those who inspire and challenge you to be better. Distance yourself from negativity. It has no place in your mental battlefield. Winning the war in your mind requires discipline. Discipline is the ability to stay consistent in your actions, even when the feeling isn't there. It's the daily habits that shape your future, so commit to habits that serve your vision. Every challenge you face is a lesson in disguise. Shift your mindset and view challenges as opportunities to grow stronger, more resilient, and more skilled. Your success is often forged in the fire of difficulty. Winning the war in your mind isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Small, consistent actions compound over time. Commit to daily improvement and the results will follow. The mind is a battlefield, and every day we find ourselves in a fight. But the greatest part of this war is that it's not fought with weapons, it's fought with thoughts. The outcome of your life is determined by the war that takes place inside your own head. It's not the external world that decides where you're going, but the internal world you create. The thoughts you entertain, the beliefs you hold, and the attitude you cultivate in your mind shape everything. If you understand this, you'll begin to realize that the most important thing you can do every day is take control of your mind. Your mind is your greatest asset, but it can also be your biggest enemy if left unchecked. It can either work for you or against you. So what's the key? Awareness. The first step to winning the war in your mind is simply being aware of the battle that's taking place. Are you aware of the thoughts you're allowing to take root? Are they thoughts of abundance and possibility? Or are they thoughts of scarcity and defeat? Our lives are a reflection of the things we think about most often. If you fill your mind with negative ideas, doubts, and self-limiting beliefs, your actions will follow suit. On the other hand, if you fill your mind with positive, empowering thoughts, you will begin to take actions that align with those beliefs. Your thoughts are the seeds that grow into your actions. Your actions are the steps that lead you toward your goals. And it all starts with winning the war in your mind. To take control of your mind is to take control of your life. You must choose what you think about and guard against the intrusion of negativity, doubt, and fear. Every time a negative thought enters your mind, you must replace it with a positive one. Every time you face a challenge, you must tell yourself, I am capable of overcoming this. I have what it takes. You see, it's not the external obstacles that determine your fate, but how you respond to them. And your response begins with the thoughts in your head. The mind is a powerful thing, but like any powerful tool, it needs to be trained, sharpened, and directed. Focus on the positive. Focus on growth. Focus on possibilities. The more you focus on the positive and align your thoughts with your goals, the more your actions will naturally follow, and you will start to create the life you desire. Winning the war in your mind isn't about eliminating every negative thought. That's not realistic. It's about having the awareness to recognize when your mind is moving in a negative direction and consciously choosing to shift it. It's about training your mind to see opportunities instead of obstacles, solutions instead of problems, and potential instead of limitations. So remember this, the mind is the battleground, and you are the one who gets to choose the outcome. Winning this internal war means having the courage to confront your fears, the discipline to focus on your goals, and the strength to keep moving forward no matter what. If you can win the war in your mind, you will win in life. The power to change your life is in your hands, and it begins with winning the battle within. Focus on what you can control. This is one of the most powerful principles you can apply in your life. Every day, we are confronted with circumstances, challenges, and situations that are beyond our control. We can't control the weather, the economy, or what other people think or do. But here's the truth. None of those things will determine your success or failure unless you let them. The key to living a fulfilling, successful life is understanding where your power lies. And that power lies in what you can control. You can control your attitude. You can control your response to life's challenges. You can control your effort, your focus, and your commitment to your goals. And this, my friends, is where your energy should be directed. Too often we waste time and energy worrying about things that are beyond our influence, things we can't change. The more you dwell on things you can't control, the more frustrated and powerless you become. But the moment you shift your attention to what's within your control, you become empowered. Take a moment to think about it. How many times have you found yourself stressed or upset over situations that you couldn't change? Maybe you've worried about a business deal falling through, or someone's opinion of you, or a difficult situation at home. In each of those instances, the only thing you truly have control over is your response. How you react, how you handle the situation, and what you choose to focus on are all within your control. This is where your power lies. One of the most important decisions you can make each day is to focus on the things you can change. Focus on your thoughts, your actions, your habits. When you focus on improving yourself, every other part of your life starts to shift. But if you spend your time fixated on things you can't control, you're essentially giving away your power to those things. And that's where frustration and helplessness come from. Think about your goals. What are they? What do you want to accomplish? You can control the steps you take toward those goals. You can control how much effort you put in, how much time you dedicate to learning and growing, and how consistently you work toward your vision. But the outcome, the timing, the obstacles, those things are beyond your full control. You can't control when success will come, but you can control the actions you take every single day to move closer to it. Focus on those actions. Focus on improving your skills, your mindset, and your ability to adapt. When you do this, success will find its way to you in its own time. Let's be clear, focusing on what you can control isn't about ignoring everything else. It's not about pretending that difficult things don't happen or that you should never plan for what's outside your control. It's about making a conscious decision not to let external factors determine your attitude and actions. It's about recognizing what's within your power and using it wisely. Your energy is your most valuable resource, and the way you choose to use it is what shapes your future. Stop wasting it on things you cannot change. Instead, invest that energy in what you can change. Your mindset, your skills, your actions. When you focus on what you control, you put yourself in the best position to create the life you want. And that, my friends, is the kind of power you can take with you every single day. Your self-talk is one of the most powerful forces shaping your life. Every day you have a conversation with yourself, and whether you realize it or not, these internal dialogues are guiding your thoughts, actions, and outcomes. The way you speak to yourself, the beliefs you hold about yourself, And the words you choose to repeat to yourself have a profound impact on your reality. If you want to change your life, you must first change the conversation you're having with yourself. The words you use shape your mindset, and your mindset shapes your actions. If your self-talk is filled with doubt, fear, and negativity, that's exactly what you'll experience in your life. On the other hand, if your self-talk is positive, empowering, and filled with possibility, you'll begin to attract the results you desire. Think about it. How many times a day do you hear yourself say things like, "I can't do this, I'm not good enough," or "this will never work"? These thoughts might seem harmless, but over time, they create a narrative in your mind that limits your potential. Your mind believes what you tell it, and it will act accordingly. If you constantly tell yourself that you're incapable or that success is out of reach, your mind will find ways to prove you right. But here's the good news. You have the power to change that. The words you use are within your control, and you can choose to speak to yourself in a way that empowers you instead of holding you back. If you want to create a life of success, you must begin by changing the language you use in your own mind. Instead of saying, "I can't," start saying, "I can." Instead of "I'm not good enough," say, "I'm always growing and improving." Instead of "this will never work," tell yourself, "I will figure this out." It's not just about being positive for the sake of being positive. It's about shifting your mindset to align with the person you want to become. Self-talk shapes your confidence, your motivation, and your ability to persevere through challenges. When you speak kindly to yourself, you build resilience. When you encourage yourself, you build determination. When you believe in yourself, you give yourself permission to succeed. But changing your self-talk doesn't happen overnight. It's a habit that takes time to develop. Start by catching yourself in moments of negative self-talk and consciously replacing those thoughts with more positive, constructive ones. Remind yourself that you are capable, that you are worthy of success, and that setbacks are simply opportunities to learn and grow. Over time, as you consistently change the way you speak to yourself, your confidence will grow, your mindset will shift, and your results will reflect this new way of thinking. Your inner dialogue will begin to align with your outer actions, and you'll find that you start achieving things you once thought were impossible. Remember, your self-talk is the foundation of your reality. If you want to change your life, you must first change the conversation you're having with yourself. Speak to yourself the way you would speak to someone you love and respect. Give yourself the encouragement, the belief, and the positive reinforcement that will help you rise to the challenges ahead. It's time to change your self-talk and, in turn, change your life. What you feed your mind is what it will grow. Just like a garden, your mind needs the right kind of nourishment to thrive. You can't expect to plant weeds and get flowers. You can't fill your mind with negativity and expect success, growth, and happiness. To build a life of abundance, you must be intentional about feeding your mind with positivity. Think about what you expose yourself to every day. What kind of media do you consume? What kinds of conversations are you having? Are you filling your mind with information that uplifts, inspires, and empowers you? Or are you filling it with doubts, fears, and negativity? It's easy to get swept up in the world around us. There's always news, opinions, and distractions pulling us in different directions. But if you want to take control of your life, you must take control of what goes into your mind. One of the simplest yet most powerful actions you can take is to consciously choose what you feed your mind. Start with the books you read, the podcasts you listen to, and the people you surround yourself with. Are you investing in knowledge that will elevate your thinking, expand your skills, and help you grow as a person? Are you seeking out positive, motivating content that aligns with your vision? Or are you passively consuming whatever comes your way? Feeding your mind with positivity means filling it with ideas and beliefs that empower you to take action and become the best version of yourself. It's about absorbing information that helps you see new possibilities, gives you new perspectives, and encourages you to keep moving forward even in the face of challenges. Instead of filling your mind with what's wrong with the world, start focusing on what's right and what's possible. Look at the people you spend time with. Do they lift you up or bring you down? Are they focused on growth and improvement, or are they stuck in negativity and complaining? You can't expect to soar like an eagle if you're hanging out with chickens. The people you spend time with shape the way you think. So choose wisely. Surround yourself with people who are passionate, driven, and positive. people who believe in possibilities and are constantly seeking growth. And let's not forget about the power of self-talk. The words you say to yourself matter. If you're constantly telling yourself that you're not good enough, that you can't do something, or that success is out of your reach, that negativity will feed into your mind and limit your potential. But if you replace those thoughts with empowering beliefs like, I am capable, I am worthy of success, and every challenge is an opportunity to grow, your mind will start to believe it. Your actions will follow and your results will reflect that shift in thinking. Feeding your mind with positivity also means being proactive about what you let into your mental space. Limit the time you spend on activities that drain your energy, such as mindlessly scrolling through social media or consuming negative news. Instead, invest that time in activities that build you up, reading, learning, reflecting, and engaging with content that inspires you. The more you do this, the more your mind will naturally gravitate toward positive, empowering thoughts and ideas. What you put into your mind will ultimately determine what comes out of it. If you fill your mind with positive, empowering content, your thoughts will become positive and your actions will follow suit. You'll begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You'll be more resilient in the face of adversity, more confident in your abilities, and more determined to succeed. So take control of what you feed your mind. Be deliberate about the information, conversations, and environments you expose yourself to. Your mind is the gateway to your future, and what you choose to fill it with will determine the direction you head. Feed it positivity, feed it growth, and watch as your life begins to transform in ways you never imagined. Your environment plays a pivotal role in shaping who you are and what you become. If you want to change your life, you must first change the environment you place yourself in. You see, it's easy to forget just how much influence our surroundings have on us. The people we associate with, the places we spend time in, and even the thoughts that fill the air around us all have a profound impact on the way we think, act, and achieve. Look at it this way. Your environment is like a mirror. It reflects your current level of thinking, your habits, and your mindset. If you want to change what you see in that mirror, you must change the environment that's reflecting it. The truth is, you are the sum total of the people you spend the most time with and the places you spend the most time in. If you surround yourself with negativity, people who don't believe in growth, or situations that keep you stuck, you will find it nearly impossible to break free and move forward. But here's the good news. You have control over your environment. You have the power to shape it to align with the person you want to become. It starts with being conscious of the people you surround yourself with. Are they people who encourage you to think bigger, aim higher, and push yourself beyond your limits? Or are they people who complain, settle for mediocrity, and drain your energy? One of the simplest and most powerful things you can do is consciously decide who you spend your time with. The people you allow into your life either raise you up or pull you down. So if you want to be successful, find people who inspire you, challenge you, and help you become better. This doesn't mean you should cut off everyone who doesn't fit this mold, but it does mean you should be intentional about the relationships you invest in. Seek out mentors, positive influences, and like-minded individuals who share your drive and ambition. But it's not just about the people around you. It's also about the places you spend your time. If you want to be productive and focused, then you must create an environment that supports that. If you're trying to build a business, get healthier, or improve your skills, but you're spending most of your time in places that distract you or make you feel sluggish, then you're fighting an uphill battle. Your environment must align with your goals. If you want to be productive, work in an environment that is clean, organized, and free from distractions. If you want to get fit, make sure your environment supports that by having the tools and resources around you to help you succeed. Another powerful aspect of controlling your environment is managing the information you expose yourself to. The content you consume, whether it's the news, books, podcasts, or social media, directly impacts your mindset. If you're constantly absorbing negativity, fear, and anxiety, it's no surprise you'll feel stuck, discouraged, and overwhelmed. But if you intentionally seek out information that fuels your growth, books that inspire you, podcasts that challenge your thinking, and content that helps you develop your skills, your mind will naturally begin to think bigger, act smarter, and approach life with more confidence. And let's not forget about your physical environment. The spaces you inhabit should encourage focus, creativity, and clarity. A cluttered, disorganized space often leads to a cluttered, disorganized mind. If you want to be at your best, create an environment that reflects that, whether it's your office, your home, or the places you visit regularly. Make sure your surroundings are aligned with your goals and values. A clean, organized, and positive environment will help you stay motivated and on track. Remember, you have the power to design the environment you need to succeed. It's about being intentional with your choices. It's about recognizing that the people you surround yourself with, the places you spend your time in, and the information you expose yourself to all shape the direction of your life. If you want to grow, if you want to become the best version of yourself, you must control your environment, because your environment has the power to shape your destiny. Create the kind of environment that supports your dreams, fuels your ambitions, and inspires you to take action. When you do that, you will find yourself naturally moving closer to the life you've always wanted. The environment you create around you will ultimately be the environment you thrive in. Discipline is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. It's the secret ingredient that separates those who dream from those who achieve. If you're serious about creating a better life, discipline is not optional, it's essential. Without it, even the best plans and the greatest dreams will remain just that, dreams. Discipline isn't something that comes naturally to most people. It's a muscle that needs to be built and strengthened over time. But once you develop it, it becomes a powerful force in your life. The most successful individuals you know didn't get there by chance. They got there because they were willing to show up every day, do the work, and stay committed even when they didn't feel like it. That's the essence of discipline. It's about consistency. It's about doing the things you need to do, whether you're feeling inspired or not. Too many people wait for motivation to strike before they take action. But here's the truth. Motivation comes from action, not the other way around. If you wait for the perfect moment to act, you'll never take the first step. Discipline is the force that propels you forward, even on days when motivation is nowhere to be found. When you embrace discipline, you make a commitment to your future self. It's about saying, I'm going to do what needs to be done, even when it's hard, even when it's inconvenient, and even when it's uncomfortable. Whether it's waking up early, sticking to your exercise routine, finishing that project you've been putting off, or simply staying focused on your goals in the face of distractions, discipline is the key that unlocks success. Now, don't confuse discipline with restriction or punishment. Discipline is about setting yourself up for success. It's about creating good habits that serve your long-term vision. It's about understanding that the choices you make today, no matter how small, shape the person you become tomorrow. Every decision counts. Every action, no matter how small, either brings you closer to your goals or takes you further away from them. The beauty of discipline is that it compounds. It's not about one big effort. It's about the consistent, everyday actions that build momentum. Think about the most successful people you admire. They didn't get there by making one big, heroic decision. They got there by making thousands of small, disciplined decisions over the course of years. They made choices that others weren't willing to make, and that's what set them apart. Discipline also means delaying gratification. In a world where instant results are so often the goal, true discipline is about saying no to short-term pleasures in order to achieve long-term success. It's about building the strength to stay focused on your ultimate goals, even when distractions are all around you. It's about understanding that real, lasting success comes from what you do over the long haul, not from quick fixes or shortcuts.
But here's the important part. Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about progress. It's about sticking with your goals, even when you stumble. You'll make mistakes along the way. You'll have days where you don't feel like showing up. But discipline means getting back on track quickly and not letting those setbacks define you. It means not allowing one bad day to derail your progress. It's about keeping the long-term vision in mind and continually moving forward, one disciplined action at a time. Remember, the more you practice discipline, the easier it becomes. It's a habit that builds on itself. And the best part is, once you master discipline in one area of your life, it spills over into others. Discipline in your finances leads to discipline in your health. And discipline in your health leads to discipline in your relationships, and so on. When you make the decision to embrace discipline in one area, you begin to see the positive effects ripple through every part of your life. So if you want to change your life, start by embracing discipline. Commit to showing up, doing the work, and staying consistent no matter what. It's the simple daily choices that will shape your destiny. The more disciplined you are, the more control you have over your future. And when you control your actions, you control your success. In life, challenges are inevitable. They come in all shapes and sizes, at all the wrong times, and sometimes they feel like obstacles that are insurmountable. But here's the thing, challenges are not the problem. It's how we see them that makes all the difference. If you want to live a life of growth and success, you must learn to reframe your challenges as opportunities. You see, challenges are part of the fabric of success. Every successful person you admire has faced them. Sometimes they've faced more challenges than most. But what sets them apart is not that they avoided challenges, but that they learned to see those challenges as stepping stones, not stumbling blocks. When you reframe challenges as opportunities, you shift your perspective from one of fear and frustration to one of potential and possibility. Every time you face a challenge, you're presented with a chance to learn, to grow, and to improve. The difficulty you're facing right now is not here to stop you, it's here to teach you. It's showing you what you're capable of, testing your resilience and preparing you for greater things ahead. Think of every challenge as a teacher, providing lessons that will make you stronger, smarter, and more equipped for future success. Let's face it, we often try to avoid discomfort. We want things to be easy and smooth, but life doesn't work that way. It's the hard times, the obstacles, and the setbacks that help us develop the skills and mindset necessary to achieve greatness. Without challenges, you wouldn't know what you're made of. Without difficulty, you wouldn't have the opportunity to develop persistence, patience, and problem-solving abilities. The key is to stop seeing challenges as roadblocks. Instead, see them as opportunities for personal growth. When things get tough, instead of thinking, why is this happening to me? Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this help me become better? When you shift your mindset in this way, your challenges begin to work for you, not against you. Think about the times when you've learned your most valuable lessons. I'm willing to bet that those lessons didn't come when everything was going perfectly. They came when you faced a setback, dealt with failure, or encountered a roadblock you didn't expect. Those tough times are often the moments that shape your character and prepare you for the future. If you can embrace the idea that every challenge is an opportunity to improve, you'll start to look forward to challenges instead of dreading them. Because you'll be well positioned to dread challenges and dreaded problems. Another important point is that challenges often open doors to opportunities you never imagined. Sometimes what seems like a major setback is just life redirecting you to something better. Maybe you didn't get that promotion, or maybe a project fell through, but what new opportunities might be waiting on the other side of that disappointment? Life has a way of showing us that some of our greatest opportunities arise from what initially seems like a failure or obstacle. Reframing challenges also means accepting that setbacks don't define you. Too often, we allow a single challenge or failure to dictate how we see ourselves. But the truth is, your ability to overcome challenges is what defines you. Each time you face difficulty and find a way to rise above it, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you thought. It's the ability to persevere in the face of adversity that leads to success. And let's not forget that challenges are often the catalyst for innovation. Some of the world's greatest inventions and breakthroughs were born out of necessity and challenge. The most successful businesses, the most impactful individuals, and the most forward-thinking solutions were all created because someone saw a problem and decided to turn it into an opportunity to innovate and make a change. The bigger the challenge, the bigger the opportunity for creativity and growth. So when a challenge arises in your life, instead of shrinking back or giving up, ask yourself, what is this here to teach me? How can I turn this into an opportunity to grow? When you begin to embrace challenges with this mindset, you'll find that your problems start to shrink and your ability to succeed grows larger. The opportunities within your challenges are waiting for you. They just require the willingness to see them. And when you do, you'll realize that every challenge is a stepping stone, not an obstacle. Too many people get caught up in the pursuit of perfection. They think that success is about doing everything flawlessly, but the truth is it's not perfection that leads to success, it's consistency. The key to achieving anything you want in life is showing up day after day, doing the work and making steady progress, even if it's not perfect. Perfection is an illusion. It's something we chase but never quite catch. We think that if we could just get everything right, whether it's a project, a presentation, or even our health, then everything would fall into place. But the reality is, perfection is not required to succeed. What's required is the ability to keep going no matter what. It's the ability to put in the effort consistently, day in and day out, even when you're not seeing immediate results. Think about the most successful people you know. Are they perfect? Absolutely not. They've made mistakes, faced setbacks, and encountered obstacles along the way. What sets them apart is that they didn't let the pursuit of perfection stop them. They kept going, they kept improving, and they kept learning. They were consistent in their actions. They understood that success is a process, not a one-time event. You can't expect to be great at something right away, and you shouldn't expect perfection. Success comes from doing something consistently over time, whether it's reading every day, exercising regularly, or working on your business. Every small effort, repeated consistently, compounds and builds over time, eventually leading to bigger results. This is the power of consistency. Consistency is about showing up even when you don't feel like it. It's about doing the work even when you don't see the immediate rewards. Perfection, on the other hand, can paralyze you. It can make you hesitate, overthink, and ultimately keep you from taking any action at all. When you're focused on getting everything perfect, you get stuck in analysis paralysis. You wait for the right moment or the perfect plan or the ideal conditions to start. But the truth is, the perfect time will never come. The best thing you can do is start where you are and keep moving forward consistently. Every time you take action, even imperfect action, you're moving closer to your goal. You're learning, you're adapting, and you're making progress. If you keep showing up, even when things aren't perfect, the results will start to show. It's not about making everything flawless. It's about making the effort, being disciplined, and staying committed to your long-term vision. Perfection also puts unnecessary pressure on yourself. It can make you feel like a failure if things don't go as planned or if you don't reach your goals in the exact way you imagined. But consistency, on the other hand, gives you permission to fail, learn from it, and try again. It allows you to grow without the burden of needing everything to be perfect. Every step forward, no matter how small, is still a step in the right direction. And over time, those small steps add up to big, meaningful progress. Think about the things you've accomplished in your life. Did you get there by being perfect every step of the way? No, you got there by showing up consistently, by continuing to work toward your goals, even when things weren't going perfectly. You made mistakes, learned from them, and kept moving forward. And that's exactly what you need to do now. So, stop waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect conditions. Focus on being consistent. Set small, achievable goals and make steady progress toward them. Keep improving and keep putting in the effort, no matter how imperfect the results may seem at first. Over time, consistency will build momentum, and what once seemed impossible will become inevitable. It's not perfection that leads to success. It's the consistent, daily actions you take that move you closer to your dreams.